Recording started.
Okay. Hi everyone. Hi Santosh. Hi Narenj. Hi Arif.
Hi, Deepak. How
Okay.
are you?
All good, all good. Thank you. Hi Suman. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, okay. We are going to take you about to the process of entire C4C, which is
Mm-hmm.
now the terminology has been changed by SAP. Okay, this is an
Mm-hmm.
old terminology which is C4C. Now it has been told as, or it has been called as Sales Cloud and SAP Service Cloud.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
yes. Now I'll give you a basic introduction of C4C, which is Sales and Service Cloud, in
Mm.
this today's demo. I will talk about what exactly the objective of this Sales and Service Cloud, what is the benefit of Sales and Service Cloud. Normally, during an implementation, what are the implementation approach we keep, uh, uh, the basic skeleton of the system, which is an organized structure, why it is important, and why I have highlighted this. This is another important point. I have just given a basic brief of campaign management, which is it will be easy to understand what exactly it is within the system, and I have highlighted this in this agenda. A bit of point I will talk about the master data accounts and product within the system. One process normally in C4 Sales Cloud. I'll highlight that process, how the process runs from one transactions to other transaction. And normally I'll talk also about a business process walkthrough. This is one of the simple business process which I extracted from one of the projects, and very simple. It will make you understand what exactly this Sales and Service Cloud talks about. And I will take you to the system as well. In the system, I'll show you how C4 system looks like, what exactly the uh, pointers over there to highlight in C4C system. And then there is some dashboard reports how C4C system, what are the capability of a C4C system to have a type of dashboards, and how can you prepare, how the interactive dashboards is prepared and showcased to the customer. So this is all about an agenda. Uh, the objective of the session is to make you understand about the terminology and the functions of C4 Sales and Service Cloud, various functionalities offered by C4 Sales and Service Cloud, and what are the prerequisites for implementing C4 Sales and Service Cloud, and what exactly the business benefit when a customer or a client implement this Sales and Service Cloud. So these are some pure objective which will drive this demo uh, agenda as well, and you will understand why C4 Sales and Service Cloud is very much important in the current scenario and the current business trend which is going over. This slide talks about on C4C tenant. Now, what is tenant? You can see the word tenant over here, and there is an URL mentioned over here. Now, C4 application is a cloud based application. If I'm talking about cloud based, what does it mean? A cloud based application always comes with an URL. And if you see an URL with an HTTPS, S means it's a secured. So if this is an URL and 6-digit unique identification number, you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6. So similar way, whenever a client request for a tenant or a URL, SAP provide an URL with a unique identification number, and that identification number is different for different client. Now that identification number with an URL is called as and when it open in any of the browser, it is termed as a cloud application. Okay, that means you can log into this URL from any browser, any applications, from any part of the world, and from any devices. There is no such device restriction or device constraint. So this is another important aspect of a cloud application. Now you see, uh, it is the terminology tenant. So any cloud application of C4C or any other application which is normally open in a cloud is termed as a tenant. Okay, so in on-premise system, whoever has worked in on-premise system, where there is on-premise in the sense they are into a company server. So there is a VPN connection, lot of restrictions and all. So those are called as a server. Why? Because it is the access is done via server. Now here in C4 application, the server is somewhere else, and this is maintained by somebody else. Now, if I'm talking about somewhere else and somebody else, I'm specifically talking about SAP system. So SAP maintains the server, and the location of the server is not defined. It is in the different geography. I'll tell you coming to the next slide what exactly the geography of a tenant normally launch there. Coming to the test tenant, you see there is a production tenant. What is this? Whenever SAP provide a tenant, right? By default, SAP give a test tenant for expect client to use it as either a development server or similar to your quality server, or production tenant. When they provide, it is normally used for a production server, that is final application. So test tenant is always given as a test integrate with a development server or a quality server. Now, if I'm talking about integration with a development and quality server, why I'm saying so? C4C system can be used both ways. One, it can be used as a standalone, that means without integrating any of the application. Second, it has a capability to get integrated with any of the application. It may be an SAP application, maybe non-SAP application. So if I'm talking about SAP application, what are the application mostly prefer? It prefer SAP ECC, which is a non-premise old version, and then there is a new SAP S4 HANA, which is also an on-premise, and new application of S4 HANA also came, which is an cloud application, S4 HANA on cloud. Now, in S4 HANA also there is further bifurcation came, which is called as a public cloud and a private cloud. So C4C, which is a public tenant, okay, the tenant which is mostly SAP provided as a public tenant, can be integrated with either of the application of S4 HANA, which may be a public, private, or on-premise. Same with the production tenant. Now, why I mentioned test and production tenant? Why? Because whenever we purchase a license from SAP, we, in the sense, I'm specifically targeting to a client or a customer. They purchase a license from SAP. They purchase, SAP provide them test tenant along with the production tenant, having a cost bear for a license of only one tenant. They do not charge for a test tenant. So this is how they provide this application to the customer. Now, for example, client has a request to purchase more one tenant, one more test tenant. Why? There may be multiple reasons. One of the reason is they want, they normally in an S4 HANA ECC, client has three tenant landscape, three server landscape. One is they have a development server where they do a development, they do a lot of discovery over there, and then they move to a quality server where they do an integration testing, lot of other testings and stuffs are done, and then finally move to a go live system, which is a production tenant or a production server. This is how the S4 HANA ECC runs. Now, considering C4C to be an integrated system, in that case, test tenant normally integrated with a quality server of a S4 HANA ECC, whatever it may be, or any other third-party application. It may be an Oracle or any third-party application. But client request that they want an additional test tenant which can be integrated with their development server as well. They want all three tenants to be synchronized with three different development servers. So in that case, they request to purchase another test tenant. So when they purchase another test tenant, that is an additional cost. So SAP charge for a third tenant if client procure from them. Clear for sales and service cloud, guys? Coming to an upgrade part, what is happening as it is a cloud application, it's very it has been provisioned in such a way that this tenant will get upgraded every quarter in a year. That means the new functionality will be added in that upgrade. There will be an hot fix, bug fixes within this upgrade, and uh, there can be multiple modification may be done in terms of functionalities, in terms of uh, uh, page layouts, in terms of UI. There are a lot of changes happen. So these changes normally done in during an upgrade, and you can see the month mentioned there. And in a year, four times in a year, normally the upgrade is carried out by SAP. And this month is very much fixed. You can see the first upgrade happens in the month of Feb, then followed by month of May, August, and November. Now, what is happening in an upgrade? As soon as the upgrade happens, the version get changed. Okay, and this get changed automatically. No need to do from our end anything. So when there is an upgrade, the version get changed, and how the version get defined? Remember the logic behind this: last two digit of a year and two digit of a month. This is how the version get updated. That means if it is upgraded in the month of Feb, the version would be 2202. The upgrade will be in the month of May, the version would be 2205, followed by August and November as 2208 and 2211. And all the version will automatically upgrade by SAP in case of public cloud. Remember, automatic upgrade happens whenever you have a public cloud in place. And this is how the version get changed. Now what is happen if there is a go live date planned, if there is a specific activity SIT planned, and if there is an upgrade happens at that point of time, what need to be done? Now remember, when there is an upgrade, first test tenant get upgraded, and then only production tenant get upgraded. So test tenant when get upgraded, 2 weeks prior, SAP send a notification to the client that what are the things is going to get upgrade in the current month or the upgrade month, and what are the functionality they need to check after an upgrade. After 2 weeks, if client has tested that there is an upgrade happened, client has tested that there is no other impact, then if there is no incident raised to SAP within this 2 week, so after an upgrade of a test tenant, after 2 weeks, the production tenant get upgraded. So this is how the upgrade scenarios comes into picture.
Yeah, Deepak. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Just now you said upgrade from tenant to production. In the real time, who does this upgrade?
This is automatically done by SAP. There is no
Oh, it's from
involvement
SAP.
required by a consultant. Yes.
Oh, okay.
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 Great. Going to the next slide. Hope this slide is clear to everybody, right? If nothing, nobody says anything, I'll assume everybody knows this and accept it. No questions to this.
But one thing, so basically
Yep.
this upgrade, once the SAP will done this upgrade,
Mhm.
does the business team do the validation, or it is a part of responsibility of IT team?
Very
or
good
no
question.
validation is required in the real time?
Good question. See, normally what is happening as per process, SAP suggests after an upgrade, one round of testing need to be done within the system. Okay, so that you will understand your existing functionality has not been impacted. Now, the question comes, do we really require every time to test? Because it's an additional effort. Now, there is a point. If you are having some dependency or some enhancement done in the system where there is a dependency with other applications, okay, third party applications, there is a dependency with an integration flows, there is a lot of RISEF has been developed, RISEF in the sense customization has been done, then it is suggested to have a one round of testing within the system. Why? Because sometime in an upgrade, SAP deprecate some of the functionality which you might have utilized for some integration or a development purpose. But when they deprecate, they will give an alternative solution to that as well. But that we need to test after and every upgrade. This is one of the activity need to be done. But when your application is entire fit to standard, that is entire standard, no such customization, hardly one or two which is not impacting any integration or not impacting any other, there is no dependency with any other applications or a functionality, then not required to do the test. Okay, it is not necessary to do the test.
But
Clear?
normally in the 90%, even I would like to say 90-95% cases, we have always the customization. So just one thing, uh, from the this testing, right? This 2 weeks of testing window, it
Hmm.
is done by normally by the business team or by the IT team,
See, normally
or
what is happening during an implementation, okay, and after an implementation. During an implementation, you have an partner involved, right? Who is implementing against the for the client, right? So, partner in the sense the IT companies, software companies who is implementing for the client, they will do the testing. After that, there will be a support and AMC given by the company to any of the vendors, right? Whoever the right vendors would be. So this is and responsibility of the vendor that they will do the testing against. Yes, coming to your question, there is 95% there is a RISEF. I told you whenever there is a RISEF and there is a dependency on the integration aspect, right? That means something you change here impact S4 HANA or something in S4 HANA change impacted C4, right? In that case, testing is required. Otherwise, the RISEF which is done without a dependency, not much in many of the scenarios we have seen, no much testing is required over here.
okay.
Clear?
So normally business accept the solution without their testing into the production tenant.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Okay. Going to the next topic about the private and public tenant. What is the difference between private and public tenant? You can see here this is called as a server. Server means anywhere in the part of world it will be located by SAP. And on basis of server there is a systems, and each systems has applications or a tenant. This acronym, Sunshine and Sparky, these are all tenant. Now each server can have multiple systems and each systems can have multiple tenant. Then how the upgrade happens? Upgrade always happens at the system level. So whenever there is a system levels, all the tenant within the system may get upgraded. And what is this tenant? It is not only specific to one client, it is specific to region. And in that region, it may be n number of client having this different tenant or test tenant. Okay, different client will have a different tenant. So all the tenant will be upgraded at a time. So region is very much specific. Why? Because in case if there is an India region, then normally the upgrade happens from the Middle East or from the Europe region, so that time differences doesn't have much. Secondly, always upgrade happens with a zero downtime. So that means there won't be any impact if you are doing any work during an upgrade within the system. Third, upgrade always happened during a weekend, that is on every Saturday and Sunday, or every every quarter, when there is an upgrade every quarter of the year. On Saturday, Sunday, it will be upgraded with a zero downtime. Clear? Now, what is private tenant? Private tenants are a tenant where only one specific customer will have a tenant within the system. It won't be a sharing tenant, and during an upgrade also, this customer can tell, no, I don't want an upgrade currently because there are a lot of customization, then there are a lot of dependency, and as per SAP plan or a 2 weeks before SAP gives an information what are the things going to upgrade, in that they find that something is there which will impact their processes. So at that point of time, they can stop an upgrade in case of private tenant. Clear?
Yes, as you highlighted that it's a zero downtime normally in case of a public tenant. But
Hmm.
I think there are certain countries, especially in the Middle East, who working on the Saturday, Sunday, and having the public holiday on Thursday,
Correct.
Friday.
Correct.
So how such
Still,
scenario
still,
will
still, yeah, still it will have on Saturday, Sunday with a zero downtime, and the timing would be such like people won't be active at that point of time. For example, it's morning 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 2 to 3 hours it takes maximum.
okay?
Okay, so that
So
will
that timing, as a vendor or as a IT, can we control it, or it is dependent on SAP?
no, it is SAP's. SAP gives a fixed time slot,
Okay,
and IT need to inform their people in case that there is an upgrade. So with a zero downtime, but to keep as a mitigation plan, they tell like don't use the system within this 1 to 2 hours.
got the point.
Coming to the advantages of C4 Sales Service Cloud. So one of the key benefit, you can see there is an operation expenditure cost and operation maintenance. It is very less. Why? Because it is a cloud application. Everything is maintained by client by SAP, and there is no server installation required in a premise. Right? You don't require a server. You don't require a server room. You don't require an air conditioning 24/7 monitoring that. You don't require a networking team maintaining the UPS and everything to keep server up. Okay, then there is no downtime required during an upgrade, so a lot of other cost of the company gets saved when they utilize cloud application, whichever cloud it may be, not specific to C4C. So all these costs get saved. Second is license requirement. So during an implementation, right, you have 10 15 people implementing C4C system. You can procure only 15 licenses till the tenure you are not going to go for a go live. You can procure 15 licenses, and after go live, if you have another 100 license required, you can procure that license. That means you will save the amount within the tenure of an implementation. It may be 6 months, year, or whatever. Third point is C4C solution is managed by vendor. All operational cost maintenance is vendor's responsibility. That means it is SAP's responsibility. Vendor here means SAP. Now C4C system is very much secure. You can see there is a 7 layer security from cloud service provider. 7 layer, normally it signifies it is very highly secured. Though it is exposed to an URL within browser, but still the security aspect is not compromised by SAP. You can access all customer information regardless where they are stored or available. That means If you are using any devices, anything, any browser, you can extract customer data information. When you have logged in with your right user ID and password, you can extract that information either from your mobile application hand or any other handheld devices. C4 is very seamless, integrated with S4HANA, ERP, SAP CRM, or any other third party application. C4C is also very fast compared to on-premise system. So communication through a web mobile is normally fast, and you can access this application through an app which you can download through a Play Store or Apple Store, and it also run in an Android, Windows device or iOS device, both online as well as offline. Currently, C4C support 30 countries and 30 different languages. This language supports may increase coming down the line. The reports generated within C4C as interactive reports and interactive dashboard. That means it changes real time. Now C4C can also be extensible and can be personalized. It is very flexible system. You can personalize as per the user requirement. You can extend whatever the extension you want to do. It's very friendly devices, very friendly application. Clear these slides. I'll move to the next slide. If you have any questions, you
Deepak,
can ask. Yeah.
one thing, the moment we say here it is a seamless integration with S4 and ERP and CRM. So it is something like existing functionality like via iDoc or BDoc or something, or some kind of a middleware is required to do this integration.
Correct. Good question. Definitely, whenever you integrate C4C, which is any other application, integrating with S4 HANA, there are couple of aspects you can integrate. One is, yes, middleware required. That is, middleware can be a PIPO if you are knowing the process integrator or process orchestration. And there is another cloud middleware which is called as a CPI, which is Cloud Platform Integrator. There are other middleware called iWay or WebHub. There are a lot of the other middleware applications. Also, you can integrate C4C with S4HANA ERP through OData or REST API. So these are all applications via through which you can integrate C4C with the application which mentioned in the screen seamlessly. Clear?
Yes, Deepak. Yeah.
Good. Going to the next slide. This talks about an activate methodology, which is kind of an hybrid agile methodology. It is not an agile, but hybrid agile. Mostly during a C4C implementation, client go for an activate methodology, but currently I've seen couple of scenarios client also go for an agile methodology. So this methodology talks about how are we implementing cloud application or C4 application in the client premises. So activate methodology talks about prepare phase, which is a discovery and design phase, during which you do a lot of as is study, to be study. That means you understand client existing businesses, you understand client existing system, you understand client existing requirement, pain area, gaps and all, and then you explore in the sense you discover and find that how will you mitigate those requirement of a client which they have asked to implement new application. You find some gap, how you close those gaps within this explore phase, and then you do a documentation kind of like we have a solution design document or process design document, you have a KDD key design document, you have a blueprint document. This kind of document is prepared during this phase, and then finally move to a realize phase, which is a build and development phase, where you work within the system, the entire team of an implementation work within the system, and then there is a deploy phase where you have a cutover application. That means you load the data from an existing system to C4 system, and then do a go live activity, and then finally go live during this deploy phase. So this is an overall activate methodology. part of an agile, similar to an agile but not exactly an agile. Agile is very much broader than this, and it is always an interactive methodology where business and IT team need to be aligned each and every week in an agile methodology. Activate methodology is a tailor-made solution where you can define your own sprints. You can define because it has been divided into sprints. So every sprint has is normally happens with 2 weeks or 3 weeks in a month. Okay, and then in every sprint you present what you have done last week, what you are going to do next week, and then you have a sprint planning discussion, and everything is done during a activate methodology, which is a part of agile. Clear? Going to the next slide. This is an overall diagram of a sales cloud, what exactly the functionalities available in the sales cloud. Just for a high level, I have mentioned for the sales cloud. Service cloud, I haven't mentioned anything. Why? Because it is just giving you an idea what exactly it covers. You can see there's account, contact, individual, employee, then there's an integration with phone call, email, SMS, web chat. You have in routing, workflow, approvals, machine learning facility enabled here. You have buying center collaboration. Then the integration aspect, it can be integrated with marketing cloud, SAP commerce cloud, CPQ, commission, S4HANA. And then there is a mobile application in the left hand side, and the right hand side it is an analytic and dashboard. It's give you an entire broader view what exactly the sales cloud covers. Next, the system requirement for an upgrade. You can see what exactly required when you propose client for an upgrade for a for implementation of C4C. What are the prerequisite for that? Client definitely ask the IT team or an implementation team. Please let me know the prerequisite to have the C4C implementation. You can see these are the prerequisite mentioned here for desktop laptop. What are the prerequisite? If client is using tablets, what is the prerequisite? If there is a mobile device, and if there is an upgrade, what is the prerequisite to be done? Coming to the automation process, what I have done from the system, I have fragmented application and a business where normally this particular application or this particular object will get utilized. You see there is a marketing piece over here in C4 sales and service cloud. So marketing piece is normally utilized for a target group, for a campaign management. You have a sentiment analysis, you have customer interaction, you have in-depth customer interest and provide overview. Then there is a call center feature also available. What it normally covers, there is a follow up with customer, you have an inquiry management, lead creation, escalations, appointments. There is a pre-sales activity mentioned. What it covers normally, it covers an appointment, it covers a lead management, opportunity management. You have a site visit, survey, quotation, follow-up, activity advisor. These are the things which comes under a bracket called pre-sales. Then there is a functionality called after sales also. You can see there is an initiate approval process, follow-up, attachment tasks, trackings. So all done in the sales, and the sales order creation and all other activities are done after sales. Then there is a complaint management and all the things comes under after sales. Then there is a partner scenarios, channel partner or broker or an executive scenario. You can see these scenarios can be utilized. So overall pre-sales, marketing, call center, after sales, and the relationship with the channel partners can be managed within this sales and service cloud. So somebody asks you what is the importance of sales and service cloud, what it is, why it is used, why client will purchase this. You can easily identify this. You can go through this slide. You can understand what exactly it gives to the business, and you can directly propose these are the things given to the business with a different bracket mentioned over here with an object highlighted.
Deepak,
Yep.
one question.
Yep, please.
Already in SAP, there is a SAP CRM system is there.
Mm-hmm.
The functional, the activities you mentioned in C4C, Everything is available in SAP CRM also. So why SAP has came up with the C4C system now?
Good.
What is the main
Good.
difference? Yeah,
Difference. I'll come.
yeah,
If you want a difference, right? I'll come to the difference slide. There is a difference. Uh, let me First and foremost difference is SAP CRM is an on-premise application, correct? Which is a server-based application, and it require a lot of maintenance to manage that application. Point number one, which I highlighted in your earlier slide. If you have seen my earlier slide, this one. Okay. Second is SAP CRM works on a web. Okay, that is web UI,
yeah. Web UI, right?
right? And in that web UI is working on the NetWeaver, okay, which normally takes lot of browsing time and lot of when you interact real time with a client, you cannot put all those activities or all those information directly on the CRM system during an interaction, because it takes lot of time. Second is, for an integration, integrating with any other applications, okay, with CRM, uh, has a lot of challenges in terms of data length, data mapping, and the structure mapping. Okay,
Okay.
because it is an on-premise application, it require an authentication, it require a VPN access, it require a lot of it require like if I go basic more technical, then there will be an what we can say, cloud adapter is required, which is an additional cost. It require a what we say, IP whitelisting, which is another client hindrance part, whether they require that a whitelisting or not for that. And then the security aspect also, to exposing the on-premise to a public is also very much challenging. For that, what is
Mhm.
happened, the traction toward the SAP CRM bit was less, and SAP Salesforce, if you might be knowing about this application, which is a cloud-based CRM application and the competitor of SAP C4, was there in the market from last 20
Yeah.
years when there was a CRM. So people like CRM, and then in CRM also during an upgrade, right? Upgrade happens yearly and 6 months, and if there is an upgrade, there is a lot of downtime required, activity is required for an upgrade. But in C4C, upgrade happens frequently, right? Every quarter.
Yeah. Yes.
And the UI look and feel of C4C is on Fury. But here it is not on Fury. So Fury is, that means you can also access in mobile application, but in CRM you cannot access in mobile application. So a lot of things is was there which public has client has not accepted in SAP CRM. That's the reason SAP has come with an SAP C4C, which is a cloud-based application.
So C4C applications works on Fury.
Yes, the launchpad is Fury.
So in future, SAP CRM gonna decommission by the SAP.
See, it will definitely get decommissioned by 25. Decommission the sense SAP will already SAP has started not supporting CRM application. Why? If you raise any incident, SAP will give it as a least priority.
Okay. Okay.
But any client who has implemented CRM, they will not go immediately out of CRM, right? Unless and until they need to invest.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So for that, they require a support from the consultant, whoever knows
Right.
SAP CRM. So it will continue unless and until client is not going to move in or upgrade their system.
Right. Okay.
Okay, this is an
Deepak, one
organ.
question.
Yeah,
Sorry to cut you in between.
yeah, yeah, no problem.
So, as I understood that CRM having a lot of drawbacks, and SAP has come up with the C4C application, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and all this. But I did not understand the point. Now, if the C4C is a replacement, why uh, client is still using CRM and integrating it with C4C, and why can't it just simply replace it?
Okay, good. Now tell me one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have purchased one application. For example, you purchase one mobile phone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
have used this mobile phone from last, you're using that mobile phone from last 5 years. Now
Mm-hmm.
what will be there in your mobile phone? Lot of
Data.
phone numbers, right? Lot of data of phone numbers till that 5 years, whatever you have been accumulated in your system, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
have all the SMS messages also, which is very much important. You have all
Mm-hmm.
the photos, videos, whatever it is very much important in your mobile phone, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now you felt that in the current market there is new phone and new technology has come. There is a lot of upgrade in the camera, a lot of upgrade in the videos, the browsers, and then the RAM is also getting upgraded, and look and feel is also very much good. And you thought of having another phone with you to purchase a new phone, right? Lot of thing
Mm-hmm.
has motivated you to purchase this thing, right? Existing system has the limitation of data. Your phone is also getting hanged multiple times. Calling feature, why? Because there are a lot of accumulation of data is there in your phone, right? This made your phone to have a performance issues going forth. Okay, maybe it's very less, might be, but happens sometimes in the performance issue. Parallelly, look and feel is also, you feel like current look and feel is very good, right? Snapdragon, anything and all, very good. And in this, it's an old one, right? Now, in that case, what will happen when you purchase a new phone? What will you do? You will first do transfer all your phone numbers to the new one, correct? Transfer all your videos to the new phone,
Mm-hmm.
correct? And all other
Right.
things, whatever data you feel important, that need to be transferred. And
Mm-hmm.
during the transfer, there are some other information which you haven't seen within last 5 year also. So you don't want that to be there. You want to delete it from the system. So this is called as a cutover activity. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you are transferring the new data, old data, which is very much important for you. Frequently visit that, and it gives you a lot of information which is there in your existing mobile, to a new mobile also. You want the same things to get continue. That's the reason the transfer happens. And how did you transfer that? With the help of a tool, middleware tool, which may be in your mobile application. There are a lot of transfer tool, right? Extender, and then you have share it. A lot of other applications are there. So that is called as a middleware, which help you to transfer your data from existing system to other system by pairing it. Now, in the same
Correct.
existing CRM, the same thing
Mm-hmm.
happens with the help of a CPI. You transfer the existing cutover data to a new application. That's the reason the integration is getting established. And
So
when
you
this
mean to say
existing
that,
system, yeah,
sorry, yeah.
my answer is, when the existing system get established, you watch for a 6 month, and everything is come here in the system, and you people are using existing system, then you slowly start decommissioning SAP CRM or older system.
Okay, so basically this integration for the data transfer is just for the cutover activities and gradually decommission the SAP CRM.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Uh,
but
but
that
Deepak
arise.
in S, but Deepak in S4 HANA SAP CRM is there.
Correct. In S4 HANA, there is another SAP CRM which is called as an SAP Customer Management. Okay.
Yeah,
Why it
yeah.
is kept there? See, in C4C, it is a web-based application, mobile app, and everything is there. And there is an
Okay,
integration happening with an S4 HANA for specific things. In C4
okay,
and SAP S4 HANA, the customer management is used when you don't require any integration. Okay, you don't require any other app to be there, and the
okay.
integration will be seamless within that. But the challenge is
Oh,
the look and feel and the UI and the performance is not as per the cloud application which Sales and Service Cloud provides. And Sales and Service Cloud also provide machine learning, artificial intelligence, which you will not find over there.
okay, okay.
Okay. So Deepak, that arise one another question. Normally, whenever we do the S4 HANA implementation, right? after the migration, that migration of the data, normally we shut down the ERP system immediately. Any
N-
specific reason why we keep CRM for a long time?
No, not necessary. ERP is not also decommissioned every immediately. See, normally there is a cooling period, what we call during an implementation. Cooling period
Hmm.
means when you have transferred the data from existing system to new system, for 5 to 6 months, it is advised and recommended don't decommission your existing system, and it is same for all the application for the CRM. Now, the reason which you are specifically highlighting, there can be multiple reason why CRM may be integrated with any other third party application with a lot of development and logic built over there, which was not the logic was not built in C4C application for that current phase. Okay, the implementation would have done in multiple phases. So, for example, the implementation done and go live done in the phase one, but the phase one will not have those many information which SAP CRM was already having, because CRM is running from last 10 to 15 years, right? They may have modified a lot of many things with an enhancement and customization. So they want all the customization to be there in C4C as well. Now it will not happen at a time, it will take gradual, right? So first 6 months they have done a fit to standard, another 6 months they have gone with a small enhancement, and then going gradually another 6 months they have gone for entire customization to be there in the C4C. So how much time it takes? It takes 1.5 years. So till that 1.5 years CRM will be there in place.
Okay, Deepak, got the point.
Is it answered your question? So if this is what happening, you will definitely understand that there are something which has not been completely pulled to C4C, and this is what going to be there in future. That's the reason CRM is there in place for longer time. But if that everything comes also, then also there will be 6 month cooling period, and then it will slowly get decommissioned.
For C4C, who are the competitors currently?
Salesforce is only the big competitor. No other competitor is there. But going forth from the month of September, it has started. Going forth,
Hmm?
SAP will come like anything. Why? Because there is a new version is coming in SAP C4 Sales and Service Cloud, which is called
Hmm?
as the Service Cloud version 2 and Sales Cloud version 2, which will have lot of artificial intelligence, lot of machine learning tools enabled, so that client will get more advanced feature over there in terms of integration, in terms of look and feel, in terms of reports and dashboard.
So do we also call this SAP Hybris? I don't know
Earlier,
this.
it was called as an SAP Hybris in the year
Oh,
2015-16, but it is
okay.
now modified as an SAP C4C. Then came it as a Sales Cloud and Service Cloud.
Okay.
Now there is another version of C4C Sales and Service Cloud, which is called as an Intelligent Sales and Intelligent Services.
Which is about to come.
It is already there in the market. There is a license part. So SAP
Oh,
C4C has three kind of license. One is Sales and Service Core license. Second is Intelligent Sales, Intelligent Service license. Third, the license which will come in future will be Service Cloud version 2 and Sales Cloud version
okay. Okay.
2. Okay. This is what an org structure in C4C. The org structure is similar to S4 HANA and all. You have a company created, and then you can bifurcate that company into three different organizations. There is marketing organization, sales organization, and service organization. Sales organization will be direct sales, service, uh, 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 call centers, and then you will have a service organization having a service related activity handle. Campaign management, normally why campaign is done? When you have a promotion, some product you are promoting or customer is promoting, want to promote some product, want to inform about new services they are giving, want to inform about new product they are launching in the market. For that they will run a campaign, and campaign can be multiple ways. They can run an email campaign, they can run an television campaign, radio campaign, whatever it may be, and those campaign can be tracked within the system. Why? Because on basis of those campaign, you will have uh, 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 enquiry coming to you, that is lead or opportunity or whatever it may be. The enquiry comes to you on basis of your. So that's the reason campaign is very much important to start the pre-sales activity, converting into a sales and then post-sales activity. So from each campaign, how many lead generated is very much important to track. That's the reason campaign is very much important. So there is a master data in C4C. You have a master data like you can see here: account, individual customer, contact, product, channel partner, register product, install base, organization structure. These are all master data. Then there is a configuration data. You have a transaction data, lead opportunity, ticket, contract, maintenance. These are all transactional data. So this is also very much important within C4C, which drive the C4C. This is how the sales cloud screen looks like. And this is the to be process which I was talking about. It's a basic extract of an existing simple process, that there is a call center integration, you have a campaign creation. C4 can be integrated with social media. You can integrate C4C with Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You can also integrate C4C with a website or any other third party application. There will be a prospect lead. You can see there is an auto assignment, and then there is a visit. You can integrate with S4 HANA. Sales order can be replicating from either of the system. Inventory, that is product and account, can also be replicated with either of the system. This gives an entire to be process flow, which normally used in an organization, but it is just a basic feature. There are lot many things as a process can be done within the C4 system. Clear? Going to next slide. This is not the integration overview. You can see what are the applications over here, which is SAP C4C or Sales and Service Cloud is standard integrated, very much standard. Marketer inside view, you can see Outlook. C4C can also be integrated Outlook, InMind, Facebook, Twitter, MindTouch. You can see these are the applications which C4C can very seamlessly, very much integrate. This is some sample dashboards which is created within C4C, interactive dashboard. So reports can be in this form. So this is about the demo which I shown. I will show you the system, how C4C system looks like. See, this is how the login screen of C4C. And I told you about the URL, right? I told you there is a unique ID. This is how the unique ID normally you need to launch. Currently, I'm launching in the Google Chrome. So this is how you launch. You put in user ID and password and just sign in. Now see, these are the reports you can see in the screen. Opportunity win or loss, how many opportunity won, how many lost. Then you can see these are the reports: closing rate, forecast, stalled. And why it is called interactive, I will tell you why it is called interactive. Because when you see these reports, you can directly click on the reports and go inside that reports. You will understand what is done. And if you click here, it will give you the detail where this report is generating. This is why it is called as an interactive. Directly open the transactions. See here. So when you open this, it will take you within the data, show you how the data is prepared. You can also change the data. You can also change the looks and feel of the report by just interacting with it. See here. So as per the client view, client may have multiple different views, right? They want to see in a different way, different format. So here you can bring according to their form, change according to their format. Clear? And this is what the URL and the notification. So mostly it's very interactive, and dashboard will have something current, like for example, if company has some website, if they want to run some data, you can see live news. So any news of the company can be running by standard over here. So you can just put an URL upgrade, then all those information of a company will be running automatically here. So these are all reports can be built in the dashboard, so that this look and feel will be different. Client will enjoy and love the system when you set in dashboards according to their requirement. So this is all about C4C screen and the demo. So guys, any questions till
So
now? Yeah.
yeah, Deepak, the screen which you showed us, is this a end user screen or a consultants?
See, whenever you have, it is currently a consultant screen. Okay. End user
Hmm.
screen will be same layout, but the work center you can see here. Okay, it will be restricted, and the reports and dashboard will be according to there.
So it's
Okay.
just restricted. That's it.
Ha. Just
Okay.
look and feel. You can change the color, aspect, design. You can change as per client requirement.
As in our traditional system in SAP, we used to
Mhm.
go to the implementation guide. There we used to do the configuration for our.
So here also there is an fine tuning activity which you need to do here,
Okay,
the
okay, okay.
configuration. Okay. So this is all about the C4C system, guys. Any questions? Please uh, let me know.
So, what is the duration for this course now? How much time it takes?
Duration, see, and I normally takes in a weekend. Okay,
Mhm.
and weekend it will take 8 weekend to complete.
8 weekend. Okay.
Yes. So that's all from my side.
So it
Any
is
questions, guys?
around 16 hours, Deepak.
Yeah.
Wait, wait. Around 16 hours of training, right?
See, not 16 because 1.5 hour in a week, in Saturday, and 1.5 hour in Sunday. That means 3 hours in one weekend and 8 weekends, approximately 20 to 22, 24 hours.
Okay. And do you also provide the system access during this period?
Yes, which is a chargeable because I need to procure from SAP. This is all from SAP's system. So it's a different cost altogether. But yes, I can provide from procuring them.
Okay. Do you also provide any kind of training material or something?
I will help you with an certification material, which is an older version. Current new one you will not get, but mostly 30, 40 question or 50 questions can come from there. And then I will provide you C4C 1020. That is a basic document which you can go through that document and learn the C4C aspect.
So,
Okay.
Deepak, while practicing, do you help or somebody else gonna help?
What
If
kind
it's
of help you require in practice?
no, you teach and you go. Later on, we sit in on
Yeah,
the
then you
system and
practice,
we to
you practice,
yeah,
you put a question, come out with a
yeah,
question, and
yeah.
then we'll discuss that question in the session.
No, during the week we can put the question in the WhatsApp.
You can put in a WhatsApp. I will,
Okay.
as soon as I get a time, I will immediately respond to you that. Or during
Yeah,
a
yeah.
session, right? Half an hour when we start a session, half an hour
Hmm.
we keep for the question answer, either start of the session or end of the session.
Yeah, that's very important. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that is definitely.
Mm.
So this is my, I think, 42nd class, if it will get started. So from last 7 years, I'm teaching, and around more than 50 to 50 plus people are engaged in different trainings and different companies. Most continuing in the C4C. Most people have not entered into C4C, but globally, people are there whom I taught. So 6 to 6 plus years I have an experience in teaching. That is what
Yeah.
my teaching experience.
Yeah, Deepak, one more question. Is this course is a functional or technical or a combination
Purely
of both?
functional. Purely functional.
Completely functional. So technical, who is this now? Like Abacus or
Technical, there
some
is an
something?
SDK. See, going forth, now technical,
Yeah.
there is an SDK in C4C. Going forth, there
Mm.
won't be any technical. But
Okay.
when version 2 comes into picture, now everything will be functional. There will be one addition coming, which I
Yeah.
also don't know currently. Okay.
Okay.
That will
Mm.
be a low code, no code platform, which is called as an app giver.
App driver. Okay. Mm.
App giver. So in that app giver, functional people need to build a logic and can implement. So there won't be any technical or coding going forth. This is what a
Okay.
vision of SAP.
Okay.
Okay. Clear? Any questions? Suman, Naren, Santosh,
Uh,
any questions?
Deepak, just one thing. I'm not too sure whether this is the right question or not, but let me put forward. You are a corporate trainer or a real-time consultant? Just wanted to.
Good question. See, I'm not exactly a trainer. I am a working guy. Okay, that's the reason I kept in weekend. If I would be a professional trainer, so I would have taken you in a weekdays also. Okay, so training is my hobby, and I do from past 6 years. And I'm having 17 plus years of experience in the market. So C4C, I have done 20 plus implementation. Okay, from my hand, and currently I'm managing a capability in my company. Okay, so this is what my role. I've been a solution architect and then principal architect, and then currently managing the capability in my company. This is just an hobby which I'm pursuing.
Thanks,
Hope it's
Deepak.
clear now.
Thank you.
So any questions, Suman? I don't know whether I haven't heard anything from Suman.
Uh, no, Deepak, I'm good.
Great. Santosh, any questions to you?
No, I'm done.
Great. Thanks then. Signing off, guys, for the demo. Thank you very much for attending this demo. Hope you liked this. If you have any questions, please reach out to me.
Okay, Deepak. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Take care.
you, Deepak. Good night.
Good night.